Wow, I forgot I myself was on mute. Let's go back here a couple matches. I know I was talking about Mandy Rose and Asuka. Mandy Rose getting the win, defeating Asuka. The Bar defeating Kofi Kingston. You know, the New Day went backstage. Mr. McMahon telling Kofi, "You get a championship match." He goes out there, and Mr. McMahon saying that the New Day is barred from the ringside. Kofi goes out there like with the WWE Championship match, and then the guy comes to the ring announcer, some guy, fucking guy, and he said, "Nope." The WWE title matches later. Kofi going to be in a handicap match against the Bar. The Bar destroy him. And I was always saying about the Raw Tag Team Championships. In that match, the Revival defeating Aleister Black and Ricochet, and also defeating Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Aleister Black and Ricochet being a pretty awesome tag team. Still a bit surprised they were a tag team created, meaning when the main roster, they're part of the Dusty Classic as a tag team. It's just interesting. I do think they're going to be tag team champions. Kind of like how I was talking about with Mandy Rose, because I think she is destined for success, and um, that's what's best for Mandy Rose. Whether it's going to be on Raw, SmackDown, we'll see how things go with this brand extension. If it's really going to be ending for the women's division or at all. As we head into October when SmackDown heads over to Fox, I'm looking forward to that. See the changes that are made, or if there is any changes in regards to the SmackDown show. But I also was saying before I moved on to the next match that I was watching this TV show Fam, and these two female leads are pretty dang hot, both of them, the older one and the younger one. Especially if you see the opening intro or the whatever the title sequence and the final picture they have or whatever, moment or picture, and the younger one has her hands crossed and kind of pushing a little bit up her, and you don't see things obviously. It's just how that's like. Anyways, and I've both seen them both in bikinis already on Instagram. And where else? Not in the regular Google search, but probably Instagram. Specifically, searched the first few episodes of the first season here, and I remember I tweeted out about it. And like I said, I'm pretty sure they already, taped all their shows for the episodes for the first season, blah blah blah. But as I keep watching it more and more, the younger one is because I was talking about hers, more so because her character being almost like a study young adult. Um, they've had her actually not dressed up, but just more, and grown up kind of thing. So it's like, maybe they saw my tweet. They may not have replied to it. And that guest star looks familiar. I've seen her on with the Sunny with a Chance. Young comedian. Anyways, let's start talking. Let's keep talking to the V. And I apologize for me being on mute for however long I was. United States Championship match: Samoa Joe defeating R-Truth, Mr. Rey Mysterio, and Andrade, formerly Andrade Cien Almas. But a fatal four-way match there. Samoa Joe retaining, still United States champion. R-Truth still being his funny self, but congratulations, Samoa Joe. The match itself was pretty dang good. I got Andrade show in regards to his moments in the match, but all in all, it ended the way that the result that we thought was going to happen. That was Samoa Joe getting the win, and he did. So, congrats to Joe. I guess all I can say about that. Moving right along, WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match: the Boston Hug Connection defeating Nia Jax and Tamina. And Jackson Tamina brawled with Beth Phoenix and Natalya after the match. Tag team title match itself, not so much to say. Boston Hug Connection getting the win, but Beth Phoenix and I stared on with Tamina, and then Nia Jax knocking down Beth Phoenix, and I was like, her cell phone that popped out of there, or popped out of her pocket, I would assume, sold more for that tack than the woman herself, Beth Phoenix, when Jax did that. That was actually kind of a funny moment. At least interesting moment, funny moment, whatever moment that wasn't sure planned within the moment. Or the spot, as it's called. But, hey, more the merrier with how many women's matches there's going to be at WrestleMania. You have a WWE Women's Tag Team division. If this is either going to be a separate match or it's going to be a multi-women's tag team. Anyways, sorry, watch the show. But multi-women tag team match. Jackson Tamina, Beth Phoenix and Natalya, Boston Hug Connection, and Trish and Lita. You have 2 tag teams of the now, the then and now, or the then and forever, or the now and forever, the then, now, and forever. The now and forever, moving forward. And then from the then part of it, the past, Beth Phoenix and Natalya, and Trish Stratus and Lita. I think that would be great if we had those 4 in a fatal 4-way. I did see someone's prediction in regard to the card for WrestleMania. I liked it because there were so many multi-superstar, multi-tag team matches on their list there. And trust me, that was actually pretty cool in that regard. Anyways, let's move right along. WWE Championship match, the new Daniel Bryan defeating Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali in a triple threat. So we get to the WWE title match, and I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens. But as the ring announcers announcing this next match is a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. I'm like, so it's still a triple threat match? I thought the gag and the goof and the gift and the whatever was Vince McMahon was playing Kofi, saying it was going to be a triple threat. The match was going to be next at that moment, and then Kofi was put in a handicap match. But in the end, the WWE title match was a triple threat. Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, but the third person in this triple threat was Mustafa Ali, who got the reaction of pretty much crickets or boos. To me, it seemed more like crickets, but from what I was hearing from other reviews of the pay-per-view, they were saying they were hearing boos. Either way, not the reaction I thought he should get, because Mustafa Ali is a WWE superstar that I think is going places and deserves to be on the main roster, coming from 205 Live. Two big things, and I do see him as a future champion, whether WWE or Universal champion in the future, but not right now. I think he held his own there with Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens in this triple threat match, and had great moments and spots during it. But in the end, Daniel Bryan getting the win, things. Congratulations, Daniel Bryan, still the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, WWE Champion. Moving along, Becky Lynch defeats Charlotte Flair via disqualification because Ronda Rousey's a Doomsday Zone. I mean, it really made Ronda Rousey look like an idiot. Kind of. I mean, just kind of. I mean, to me, yes, obviously it's staged and planned, right? Didn't we learn that from Ronda Rousey? It's fake. It's scripted. It's not real. That was kind of a Rousey impression. Anyways, so she goes in there, one punches Becky while she's still in the figure 8, and Charlotte's trying to get her tap. And then, whatever. So Becky could get the match because Ronda's legit pissed at her. Or legit pissed, let's just say. Quote, unquote, right? This reality era. I think someone put it on Twitter, breaking kayfabe is the new regular kayfabe. Using the social media, using really almost YouTube, using pretty much anything they can of real life to bring it into a kayfabe storyline. So that was pretty smart and pretty interesting, to say the least. But still, in a logical sense, like for me, if I was upset, let's just say, if this was a real thing, right, and there's a match between two people, I'm really upset with the person that it would be like Becky Lynch situation, and really wanted to kick their butt, but more so wanted to teach them a lesson. I would not want them in the title match because I want to kick their ass in the title match at WrestleMania. I would want that guy in my situation, right, to not even be in that match, to cost them the chance to be in that match. I would keep it a one-on-one with John Doe playing the Charlotte Flair role in my situation, let's just say, to face Silent Steve or whatever, to face me. And Then let's okay. So what if I was Ronda? I would have let Charlotte Flair tap out Becky, maybe even help her in a way to do so. I don't know how, but point is, Charlotte Flair wins. Or Charlotte Flair wins because Ronda, instead of punching Becky, punches Charlotte. One punch Charlotte and be like, take that, biatch, to Becky. And like, you're not going to WrestleMania. Deal with it. And then attack Becky truly after the match is over. Charlotte Flair is the winner due to disqualification. Becky is, as Stephanie McMahon called it, done for. Funny. Anyway, starting watching the show. AJ Styles attacking Randy Orton after a ruining Alliance concert. Randy Orton hitting an RKO on him. And then AJ Styles attacking Orton, so setting up a match between Styles and Orton. I'll talk about what happened on SmackDown Live here shortly, but still a pretty cool moment there. My doggy here taking a nap right next to me while I'm doing this podcast. The Shield defeating Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and Baron Corbin. The final time the Shield together, at least in a match together. The Shield, Sierra Hotel echoing. Delta, Shield. Damn. Yeah. Don't worry, I know the phonetic alphabet. I was in the military. Anyways, Shield win. Surprised it even went as long as it did. And there we go. I really do hope that Dean Ambrose is staying. I really, really do. But we're going to really, really have to find out and see because who knows? I don't. I wish I did. Well, that pretty much is for that pay-per-view. I just enjoying it. And if I had to give it a grade, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. Alright, March 11th, let's go. WWE Raw coming now. Gonna get the results here in regards to sorry, I can't find the actual freaking results on the regular WWE's YouTube. Or not YouTube, WWE site. In regards to Raw, sorry for the delay. But like I said, all Fastlane was good. Raw was certainly interesting. Anyways, let's go through the Raw results. The Shield saying goodbye. and did a nice short segment, each one talking, and or more Roman Reigns talking about the things they're moving on to do. No one turned. Roman didn't turn heel. Dean didn't turn heel again. It just was amicable breakup and just moving on with their separate things, heading into WrestleMania. Their last time together because it's assumed Dean Ambrose will leave after WrestleMania. So there you go. But that did leave Seth Rollins alone in the ring, which led to a back and forth promo, pretty actually interesting promo, or not just interesting, entertaining. Promo between him and Paul Heyman about the Universal Championship match at WrestleMania, where then Shelton Benjamin surprised us all and arrives on Raw as a SmackDown Live superstar. Let's not forget that. But we don't see a lot of him, which is unfortunate, but whatever. I'm not creative. I don't run WWE. There's a good reason for that, I guess. Now Shelton Benjamin attacking Seth Rollins from behind, which begins the first match of the night because we come back to an impromptu match. Seth Rollins defeats Shelton Benjamin, simply pinning him after the stomp. That's much to say about that. But the next match, though, we had the Intercontinental Championship match. Bobby Lashley against Finn Balor. Would Bobby Lashley actually going to win this title? I would say probably not. Maybe get a match at WrestleMania. Maybe win it there. Or maybe not. Well, we don't have to worry about maybes anymore. Bobby Lashley goes win. Leo Rush rang the bell while Finn was going for the coup de grace and distracted him. Finn recovered, but worked into a spear from Lashley, and Lashley wins and becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. The help of Leo Rush actually doing things right. They're helpful in that regard. So, congratulations, I guess, Bobby Lashley. I mean, are we just hopitating the title between Lashley and Finn? Make a multi-time IC champions? Because census would dictate, or my assumption would dictate that now Finn Balor might be winning the title back at WrestleMania, being Demon Balor. Yeah, so hopefully not. As in, hopefully Finn does not win the title back at WrestleMania. Not because I don't like Finn. I just do not like when championships are hot potato. I don't even care if my favorite superstars are part of it. Dean Ambrose, Alexa Bliss, and others. But it's just not as fun as you would think it would be. I mean, even if they were spread out a little bit, 2 months, it's just not the best way of booking a title. No matter what title it is. The main title, number one title, mid-card title, whatever it may be. Nope, not for me. And up next, Ronda Rousey cutting a promo about how the fans are bandwagon. It's B word. And how WWE is faking Carney. She asked for the match at WrestleMania to be made into a 2-on-1 handicap match. Which, at the moment, you just laugh off and be, okay, whatever, shut up, Ronda. But, McMahon's, and you know how the storylines kind of ebb and flows. And it does turn into a handicap match. And the structure is whoever pins Ronda Rousey becomes the champion, right? But it's a handicap match. So it's one of those, will they be able to work together long enough to let the other pin to get the win? Otherwise, if Ronda pins either of them, she gets the win, kind of like how a triple threat match would have been anyways. I'm just saying, don't, some people may be rolling their eyes or confused or like, Steve, what do you mean? You think this actually could be a match? It could be a 2-on-1 handicap match for the Raw Women's title. That one last swerve or turn in this story on the road to WrestleMania, specifically for this feud and storyline and this title and championship. I wouldn't to put it past them. She wouldn't have said that or be scripted to say that, right? Bacon Carney, Ronda. And, part of her promo, if that's not at least something that could happen. Not saying it will. I do have belief it probably will stay a triple threat, but I'm just saying the fact that it was brought up and not too many people are actually bringing it up in their reviews from what I've been watching. That I wanted to bring it up because I think it has at least some importance to bring it up. Because I wouldn't be surprised if that is what WrestleMania with the Raw Women's title match turns into a handicap match. Still has all 3 women involved. We're not taking Becky Lynch out of it. We're not going crazy again. Have been taken out of the match for however way they would say that would happen. That's not happening. But I'm just saying 2-on-1 handicap match because Ronda's saying she can do that or wants that to be the case. And how Stephanie was sick to her stomach with what Ronda was saying. And then maybe Stephanie's like, oh, you think you can beat him 2-on-1? Prove it. You want to be the baddest, people on the planet? Then prove it. Defeat both Becky Lynch, the man, Becky Lynch, and the Queen, Charlotte Flair, in a handicap match. If you pin either of them, you retain your title. Like how it would be anyways in a triple threat match. First person to a pin wins. And whoever pins you out of the two of Charlotte Flair and Becky become the champion, but they win. It's a handicap match. So it would be one of those announced as the winners, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, but the person that got the pin is announced as the new Raw Women's Champion. Yes, I know you all know that, but I'm just clarifying to clarify. Let me know what you guys, gals, men, women think about my thinking of WWE might have that happen because of the Ronda saying that in her promo. Almost like the Austin McMahon thing, where Austin's like, I can beat you with one hand tied behind my back, and Vince is like, oh, really? You can now, can you? All right, smart guy. Get me a rep out here. Oh, and let's tie his hand behind his back. You may not have said that exactly in the segment or promo, but just, something like that. That certainly I wouldn't put it past WWE. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I would put that past WWE. I just mean in an actual way, actually mean, putting what they mean or what they say in regards to a person's promo. Like she said, or like I said there, she asked for the match at WrestleMania to be made into a 2-on-1 handicap match because she can beat them both in that type of match than just in a triple threat. Even though they're not back together yet because we're not having the 4 horsemen versus 4 horsewomen at WrestleMania. Obviously not. It might not be until SummerSlam at the earliest. But interesting in its own sense. Anyway, Dana Brooke shows up. Let's not forget about Dana Brooke showing up in challenge Ronda to a match to defend WWE's honor in her passionate promo that she did cut. Though while she was speaking, I was like, poor Dana's going to get destroyed here, isn't she? But still, doesn't take away from what she actually says. Excuse me. Ronda, though, quickly. Right there and left her without doing an armbar because the fans didn't deserve to see it without paying. I think she said, pay the $50 to see it at the pay-per-view. And then she also slapped the referee before leaving because why not? She thinks she's cool. Anyways, moving right along here in the Raw review portion of the show, Aleister Black and Ricochet defeat Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Black pinning Roode after Black Mass, and then after the match, the Revival attacked the winner on the top of the stage. Next on a special moment of bliss, which is actually pretty interesting and awesome. I used to a small degree that a moment of bliss that was kind of a poo-poo, whatever, why, this type of segments that she was doing, a moment of bliss or heading into last year's WrestleMania, her title defense match against Nia Jax and stuff like that, that turned now into her talk show while she's kind of still on the shelf. Point is, though, on her own talk show, Alexa Bliss announces who is going to be the host of WrestleMania 35. Saying better than Kim Kardashian, more electrifying than The Rock, and more entertaining than The New Day. And in the end, it was Alexa Bliss, and I was hoping that would be the case. Alexa Bliss is going to be the host of WrestleMania. Makes me wish to be there even more so. NYC, but that probably won't happen. Point is, looking forward to seeing Alexa Bliss as the host, and she is, of course, cleared, so she could either put herself in or something happening where she's put into a title match. and not even the Raw Women's title match, right? This is WrestleMania. All the brands are there. She inserts herself, makes her own power move as the host, right? Who needs to talk to the McMahons? I guess for that moment, she has some authority. Alexa Bliss. Gonna be great. Maybe whatever match for the SmackDown title or for this 2-on-1 handicap match or triple threat. She put herself in the title match. Not saying she's gonna win the title. Don't worry, relax. I love Alexa Bliss. We'll mark for her. She's awesome. She's beautiful. She's talented, this and that. But I'm not saying Alexa Bliss is going to be putting herself in a match and then winning the match. I mean, I'll be cheering for her, but it won't be the winner. Point is, though, I'm looking forward to seeing what segments and moments and how she's going to be as the host. And hopefully, like the New Day, coming out there during the show more than just a one-time appearance, like if it was a legend or a celebrity. Anyways, moving right along, Colin Jost, or whatever its last name is, from Saturday Night Live, who was not present there, gave Braun Strowman a present gave a present to Mr. Strowman, being a convertible, and the Strowman decides to just rip it apart. Too much to say about there. Braun Strowman kind of like being the big show of this generation, of still trying to still book him like a monster in doing stuff like that, showing his brute strength, but being in segments of WrestleMania matches that are, I guess, good moments and memorable moments for the WWE Universe, or especially specifically for Nicholas. So I'm not going to take that away from Nicholas or from the moments there in, the reality of things, but just in general in regards to his career and the WWE champion. I just wonder how that all is going to play out, I guess. Elias cuts a promo on Pittsburgh saying he told Antonio Brown to leave the city. He is interrupted by No Way Jose, who I guess has green hair now. Good for him, trying to do something. Though I don't think his career is going anywhere in regards to the main roster. Elias beats down No Way Jose. And then Lacey Evans walks because that's what she does. I really am getting annoyed by that. I mean, it is what it is. One of those I should get over it, but I can't. Nia Jax defeated Natalya by disqualification when Beth Phoenix, who accompanied Natalya to the ring, immediately interfered. Beth Phoenix and Natalya sent the heels packing. Will it be a fatal four-way for the Raw? Or not for the Raw, but for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles at WrestleMania? As I thought or could be a case. We'll just have to see. Batista and Triple H argued with each other until Triple H agreed to give Batista what he wants. A final match to end his career on his terms, and to end Triple H's career also on his terms. They'll have a no-holds-barred match at WrestleMania. And as Triple H is, he's always awesome and great on the mic. There. No, really, good job. Kurt Angle defeating Apollo Crews. Angle announced that he'll have a farewell match at WrestleMania. Who will be against? My assumption is John Cena. But we'll see. I know most people want AJ Styles or Samoa Joe, but they're probably going to have other matches at WrestleMania. Samoa Joe defending his championship and AJ Styles facing Randall Keith Orton. And back to the Smash. And that he also wanted to have a final match in front of his hometown there in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in front of the hometown fans. Angle defeats Crews in the Olympics with the Olympic Slam, and the two hugged right after the match. Which was a nice moment, but it was like Apollo Crews no selling the Angle Slam because he got right back up after the 3 count. But hey, I understand they have a true, real, mutual respect for each other. And moving right along, the announced Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin match never happened. As Drew McIntyre attacks Roman Reigns, he hits multiple Claymore kicks, including one into the ring post. Doctors and referees ran down to stop the fight and checked down Reigns for several minutes. And then his Shield brethren are helping him to the in the back and to the doctor to get checked out. And Dean Ambrose is upset about it. Gets in Triple H's face. See, Triple H is still in his superstar attire, as I would call it. Then managerial boss guy suit. Though no matter what he's wearing, he's still the boss. But the point is, yeah. Anyways, he gets into Triple H's face as he wants Drew McIntyre demanding anything goes boss count anywhere against the man named Drew McIntyre. And Triple H says, okay, I'll let Drew know. And in the main event, of course, we have that boss count anywhere match where Drew McIntyre ceases to destroy the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. The two fought all over the arena, but McIntyre was able to put Ambrose away after a Claymore kick with Ambrose's upper body wedged into a staged staircase railing there in the upper stage part. And McIntyre hit another Claymore kick to Ambrose as the show went off the air when Ambrose was trying to fight back. But all in all, good show. Now let's talk about SmackDown Live, where Kofi Kingston, or Mr. McMahon, kind of playing with Kofi Kingston again. No, Brandon Richard did have that. When the heck? Oh, an hour ago. But yeah, SmackDown Live. I would definitely say a good episode here for this week's. Now, who did it better? Probably Raw. But not me and SmackDown Live didn't have a good showing. And it started off with Shane McMahon explaining his actions at Fastlane, attacking The Miz, and how he enjoyed every moment of it, kicking his butt, and wants to enjoy it some more. And it made the match that at WrestleMania will be himself, Shane McMahon, facing The Miz 1-on-1. Sorry about that. Anyways, the New Day made waves during the Hardy Boys and Aleister Black versus the Hardy Boys, Aleister Black and Ricochet versus the Bar, Ashley Nakamura and Rusev. Alright, not too much to say there. Randy Orton wants to destroy the house that AJ Styles built, saying it's been built long ago. AJ Styles kind of mocking Orton about how he wouldn't make it in the Indies, especially with doing the whole this thing that he does. And a diamond cutter knockoff. And Randy's quickly to retort, like, oh, we want to talk about knockoffs. How about this? Oh, too sweet thing that the club, Bullet Club, I guess, Japan, took from the NWO or the Click from WWE. So, yeah. So, who stopped first? Sort of thing. But there certainly was interest or entertaining. I think that was the best part of SmackDown Live was the Orton AJ Styles segment back and forth. I'm looking forward to that match. It could steal the show at WrestleMania. Asuka defeating Sonya Deville. Mandy Rose messing up and continuing this split between Deville and Mandy Rose. I mean, heck, the way like when Sonya was holding Mandy before the at Fastlane, or during her entrance and this and that, and kind of defending her honor when EC3 was trying to talk to her, to Mandy, during the pre-show, actually first speaking for the first time, and that's what he said. Like Sonya said, retorts that, hey, well, let's have a love story between those two. That was going to be interesting since Sonya is actually a lesbian in real life, but that doesn't seem like that's going to be the way things are going to be going. But I wouldn't mind to see that. Anyways, let's move right along. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair trading more insults back and forth. I don't know. I'm not saying it's not entertaining and interesting. It's just getting old fast, and part of me doesn't want Becky to win at WrestleMania. I'd rather be Charlotte Flair actually to get the win and the end of WrestleMania or just the end of that match being what Mr. McMahon said, Charlotte Flair's hand raised and announced as the new Raw Women's Champion. I'm just saying. Just my opinion, right? Rey Mysterio and R-Truth defeating Samoa Joe and Andrade. Daniel Bryan and Rowan defeating Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali. And to finish off the show, Mr. McMahon giving Kofi Kingston the greatest opportunity of his career with a catch. He must win a gauntlet match next week, and his dreams will come true. He will go into WrestleMania, WWE title match. You know, Big E and Xavier Woods were adamant that no one was more deserving than Kofi, while Mr. McMahon fired back that he just didn't believe Kofi to be a main event caliber superstar. And, you had that back and forth. And then, like I said, Mr. McMahon saying next week, a gauntlet match in which Kofi Kingston, you have to defeat Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, Cesaro, Sheamus, and Rowan to earn the right to challenge Daniel Bryan in what probably then would be a one-on-one match for the WWE Championship at Wrestle. And then a whole brawl ensued. The New Day coming up on top there in the end. We'll see how things go next week in that regard. Who knows, right? If you want to upstart the WWE Universe and make this and add this fuel to the fire for Kofi Mania, the hashtag Kofi Mania, you have them lose. Now, if they really want to be ballsy, have them lose right away. Let's say it's Samoa Joe starting it off and he can't even get past Joe. Probably not, but I'm just saying. Probably even more ballsy, but him getting all the way to the end and it being Rowan, and you think, oh, Rowan, this should be the easiest one. Then Bryan coming in, trying to mess things up, and he does, succeeds. Rowan with that freaking face choke slam, boom, palming a basketball, choke slam kind of thing he does. I mean, you don't want to rip off or have, quote unquote, another rip off thing, of the choke slam finisher that the Undertaker and Kane have. I mean, at least Kevin Nash with his powerbomb, he named it from, created thing of himself, calling, being the jackknife powerbomb, how it's kind of like a throwing powerbomb. But anyways, I think that'd actually make it more intriguing. It's a little swerve. But you guys let me know in the comment section below, or let me know on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheRamble_WWE, or my personal Twitter handle at Army_Strong_06. If you watched this entire thing from the start to the finish, first, thank you. I did have some audio issue with me forgetting that I was muted, and some other silent moments as I was doing some other things, so I apologize. I think I coughed a couple times. But if you did, let me know. Just type in the word pie. P-I-E. Just type in the word pie if you want from start to finish. I just wanted to see if anybody would do that. And today is Pie Day here on March 14th. Hope you all did enjoy some pie. I mean food, pie. Get your mind out of the gutter. But I don't know. Smash that like button, ring the bell, check out all my other stuff here on this channel and my recent videos. I do have I think my best playlist that people have really enjoyed from what I heard in response is my miscellaneous playlist. Even videos that I forgot I did, in my beginning career here on YouTube. That people have enjoyed, so welcome to check it out. Check it out. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the weather in your area, and above all else, as always, take care.